Thank you for the ring. All right, you guys. Hi, my name is Elisa Gretch, and I am a founder with H2O At Home. Just means I kind of started it near the beginning. I've been doing this for a little over 8 years. I have 3 kids, 2 cats, and 1 dog, plus I married my high school sweetheart. So I have a lot going on, lots of kids. My youngest is 15 now, the oldest is 26. Exhausting. I was actually invited to my very first party when I was totally broke, but GMOs were a really big thing. So I'm like, okay, I'll come. I guess I'll get a toilet cleaner, not knowing that wasn't like, the most fabulous thing you could be getting. And when I showed up, I told the gal, oh my gosh, I have to do this. And she's like, oh, you're going to have a party. I'm like, no, I am doing this. And it was really neat because within like 4.5, 5 months later, I had a bunch of girlfriends doing this with me, and I earned my very first trip, which was pretty cool, all-inclusive. I mean, we were broke, so that was pretty amazing to win a trip. And it's kind of neat because now I actually live in my dream home. It's a Victorian house. If you're wondering, like, why do I have weird wallpaper? It's old, it's an old house. I also make the car payment in on my car, and it's a car I want. So that's pretty cool. I get to pick any car I wanted, and I make that car payment. My son also goes to not just 1, but 2 piano lessons, and it's kind of really cool to pay for that. And like, oh, you want to take piano lessons twice a week? Awesome, I'll do that. So it's been really cool using that income for that, but also I've met so many amazing, fun women. I was talking to Carrie earlier, and I'm like, girl, we got to just talk just to talk. Like, we just need to catch up and visit. And one of those really fun people that I've met is Heidi Stevenson. She's our other host on here today. So welcome, Heidi.
Hey guys, so I'm Heidi. I am in Spokane, Washington, and I started with H2O At Home 5.5 years ago, but about 9 months before that is when I went to a party, and my best friend's cousin came over from the Seattle area and did a party. And honestly, I only went to the party because I had just moved here and I literally just knew her. And I thought, well, I got to meet some people. This seems like a good way to do it. And so that's why I went to the party. I had no idea what it was about. Went home purchased my first set of products. Husband nearly lost his mind, but it was fine later. But I got those products and quickly found that I didn't use anything else. Sold my husband. He's now my biggest supporter, but sold him on H2O At Home with the free sponge that I won. I took that home that night. And it took me 9 months of saying, no, I haven't done direct sales. No, I don't know how to do that. Like, no. Before I said, I really need some more stuff and I need that mop. So I'm going to have a party. And this gal was going to come over from Seattle to do my party. And I thought, well, that seems silly. Nobody's here in Spokane doing it. I should give this a try. And that's kind of how I got started. And when I first started out, really, we had a rental in Arizona, down where Carrie is, that we could not rent for our mortgage. And so we had a pretty big deficit, bigger than an average car payment. And that was my whole goal is, man, I hope I can make a few $100s and make this pain a little less. And it has become something I absolutely love sharing it with people. And love this team that we have on here. So I'm excited to get started.
Yay. So what was the first product you bought? Do you remember what the first one was?
Oh yeah, I will tell you. We had a house set that had a little variety of everything, including laundry products. And I always talk about the laundry ball because I bought that set saying this laundry ball is stupid, but I like all the other things. So I'm going to buy this set and I'm going to return this laundry ball because that's dumb. And then the laundry ball became the whole reason that I couldn't stop talking about H2O At Home. So
yeah, exactly. And if you're like,
it goes back to laundry.
No, if you guys are listening, you're like, laundry ball, don't worry, we're going to get to that in a second. So I want to share with you guys some of our top favorite products. I actually love this first set. This is how our company got started eons ago. We're going on to our 10-year anniversary. And Heidi, actually, can you share just a little bit about our certifications? Do you mind?
Yeah. So like Lisa said, the company started in France 20 years ago. It's been in the US since 2009. But one of the biggest things that sets H2O At Home apart is our certifications. So there's two main certifications, and you can look them up and kind of read more about the standards of those. But EcoCert is one and Cosma Bio is the other. And basically what that means is they're the European standard. And if you know anything about US versus Europe, there are such strict standards in Europe. And that's what all of our products abide to as far as GMOs, what's really considered natural, what's organic. And so every one of our products has to pass that test and be certified by those two bodies, or we do not put it in the catalog. So anything that you are shopping for, you can rest assured that it has gone through that certification process, and the standard is just higher than really anything you could buy here in the States.
And so, like I said, eons ago, when we first started, we actually had microfibers. And I know you guys are probably sitting here going, yay, microfibers. I've had microfibers. These aren't the same ones that you're getting at the store. These aren't the big pack that you're buying in Costco and then you're tossing and you're having to buy new ones. These are totally different. They're really unique. You can buy these in a set to save a little bit of money. There's a couple different packages, but this is the most popular. This is called the variety set. It includes these 3 cloths. They come in other colors. So if this is not your jam, you have other options. But I will tell you guys, choose wisely, because these cloths last a long time. I had the same ones that when I started 8 years ago that I'm using. So these aren't something that you're going to get, you're tossing, you're getting new ones. Okay. I usually suggest getting maybe one every floor or like every sink. So it's nice having one in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, you know, different floors of the house eventually. So in these 3 cloths, the variety set, this one here is the thing you're probably thinking you're most, when you think about like, oh, I'm getting a microfiber, this one here is the heavy duty. If you notice, it's got this knit in here, and this is actually our least expensive cloth, but it's really amazing. It actually removes 99.99% of bacteria from surfaces, just with water, nothing else. You don't need to do 409s, any kind of sprays. And this for me used to be my replacement for paper towels. So from when the cat threw up to, sorry, I'm going to be mentioning cat stuff a lot. I hope no one minds. But when the cat gets sick, or I have to get mud off of my shoes, this is what replaced. We actually only owned paper towels for bacon grease, as we used to call them bacon towels. That's the only reason. So if you guys think about how often you grab a paper towel, we just weren't ever using them for that, okay? So this is the heavy duty, love this cloth. The second one in the set, and if you notice, this one's more of a waffle texture, and it's got a nice little give to it. That's because it's got polyamide in there and polyester. And this one here, this is what I use for dusting. So anything from going around just doing my furniture. My house, I told you guys I have an old house. It came with a library. There's a lot of dusting that I have to do. I do not have to use N-Dust, Pledge, any of that. I just use this cloth directly, and it is amazing. It grabs all of that, and I just shake it outside every once in a while, and then I clean it. And I'll get to how I clean it in a second. This is also great for just general cleaning surfaces, okay? So the multi-surface cloth here. The third one in this set is a precision glass cloth. And this one here, it's kind of more, see that flat texture? And look at, gosh, look at those little edges. You guys, you deserve to have pretty cleaning cloths, okay? So this one here is what I use for anything shiny. So from that real expensive TV that's taking a big space on your wall, your glass doors in your cabinets, your sliding glass doors, we all have those sliding glass doors with have face marks on them, dog slobber, right? Dog art, all that. You can get it all off with this cloth and just water. You don't need anything else, no Windex, nothing. And I know that sounds crazy, like, okay, it's probably just smearing it around. It actually removes all the gunk on there, including smudges and all that, and it's just flawless. I'm gonna just give you a little quick how I do it. I dampen this cloth. I wring it out really well, because if it's soft and wet, of course it's gonna drip, you guys. You gotta wring it out. Then I fold it in squares. And the reason it's important to fold it in squares, if you grab a cloth, like a paper towel, right? This is how my son would do windows. He'd do Windex, Windex, Windex. Then you'd grab all the paper towels like this, and you do this, and every surface of this cloth is now dirty. And he'd go through a pile of paper towels. We're not doing that, okay? So when you fold it into squares, you're actually only getting this surface dirty. So it's all wrung out. I would do an S motion, and the reason S motions are important, when you go up to something and you're doing this and you're going in one direction, you're actually just smearing bacteria and smearing the gunk. So S-shaped motion like this, and then I just go around the edges. When this is dirty, I just fold it to a clean side and fold and fold and fold and fold. I have French doors, pocket doors, all this stuff with glass. I can do pretty much my entire downstairs. So this is pretty amazing, you guys. If you think about it, this is getting rid of all your general gunky cleaning. This is cleaning all your mirrors, windows, anything shiny, and that multi-surface is doing all my dusting and just general cleaning. So this is actually most of the cleaning I'm gonna do in my house. There's two more cloths that I kind of want to throw out at you. This one right here, this one's new. If you have been with H2O At Home for a while, this actually came out, this new catalog. This is our all-purpose wipes. Remember how I told you guys that I only use paper towels for baking grease and things like that? This is now what I use instead. These are reusable, washable paper towels. This is actually a half size, right? I'm obsessed with these two, Diane. They're awesome. This is a half size, so it comes bigger than this. They say they're good for roughly 100 uses. I find that when I cut them in half, obviously it's going to go much farther. And I love this. I use this for anything that I used to grab a paper towel for. And if it's really, really gross, I don't feel bad tossing it. As of yet, though, I've not done that. I just use a little bit of dish soap on here, our dish soap, and kind of rinse it out, hang it to dry. They dry so fast, I then just fold it and put it, I store them where my tea bags go. So this is a really great cloth, all-purpose wipe, excuse me, that you really want to get. Another one in our set, this one's pretty cool. This is called the multi-duty. And I know you're like, you just told us there's a heavy duty. This one here actually is very plush. Look at that, you just want to squeeze it. It's like a webby, okay? Very plush, has the piped edges here. And this one is the best. This is like our magic cloth. It removes 99.999% of bacteria. And that extra 9 actually is very important. So if you think back, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we're cleaning more than ever right now, right? It's really, really crazy. And what's the thing? You go to the grocery store, you go and grab a cart, it's the pop-up wipes, right? If you actually read, if you guys have them at home, read the back of the packaging, Lysol, Clorox pop-up wipes. It says on the back that to actually kill the bacteria, do the stuff it's supposed to be doing, you're supposed to wipe it and let it sit and stay wet for 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I grab a pop-up wipe and I wipe a surface, it dries like this. So it only really works under those conditions. So you're really not doing what you think it is doing. I still vote when you guys go out right now, it's kind of crazy times, wipe stuff down. But if you're home, this is what you guys need, just water. You do not need anything else to wipe the surfaces. Okay, if this freaks you out, if you're hearing this, please don't hang up, okay? Just stay with us. But these, if this like freaks you out and you're like, I just can't do just the cloth quite yet, it's okay. We have something else for you. This is our all-purpose cleanser. And Heidi, tell me the 3 things why this is super special.
Okay, so on the spot, the all-purpose cleanser is a true disinfectant, but it is also natural. So you can use it anywhere in your kitchen and it's going to be safe to use there, but it is bactericidal, virucidal, and fungicidal. So it's killing all of those things on the surface. I do recommend when you spray that, then using a chiffonette after it, because then all that bacteria you just killed, you're picking up in your cloth and leaving it truly clean. But it's a powerhouse. And what I love about that is buy that bottle once with the nozzle and then keep the bottle forever. Elisa and I have old labels, on our bottles because they're years and years old, and you just buy refill pods to put in the same bottle.
Exactly. So when you guys buy it, it's going to come with the nozzle separate, and it's going to come with 3 little pouches the very first time. I actually, if you guys have a roommate or someone who likes to help you clean, a mother-in-law who comes over, you might almost want to write, do not throw away, okay? Because it's great buying this one time. Then when this is completely empty, then you just snip the corner and put it in here, fill it with water, give it a good shake. I love this. I actually had somebody do the math for me. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting 4 bottles for the price of 1 pretty much because of those refills that are already coming. At my home during normal life, I have boys. This is what I spray around the base of the toilet. Okay, I don't use this for general cleaning. This is I'm sanitizing, this is what I'm using. Now with things being a little more crazy, my son was exposed to someone with COVID, so like any room he went in, I was spraying, letting it sit for 5 minutes and then go through and wiping. So this is a great thing if it makes you feel a little more comfortable, but it's not I'm still going back to these, you guys, these cloths, trust the cloths, they're amazing, and it's going to be removing that bacteria. If you are in the group page, go back there. We actually have a great video that's visual and it shows you how to do all of that. Okay, so how do we clean these? If you're like, okay, you're cleaning up gunk and gross, and I want to know how to clean it. So the way you want to clean them, the best way is actually to use our Net-A-Pure bar. This is an amazing bar. Earlier, someone had asked about why is it magic? It's because of the enzymes in there. This is what breaks up the blood, Heidi, the blood, sorry guys, again, vomit, pet stains, wine, grease. I'd had my husband cut his ear when he was shaving one day, and it got blood on the pillowcase. I literally just threw the pillowcase in the back room. I let it sit for 2 weeks, and I'm like, oh, I should probably go clean that. It came out. This is really cool. It's a great cloth. So not only is it great for cleaning our cloths, but it's a great stain remover for your clothing. I've even been known to, a time or two, get little food right here, right? I literally will wet this, put a little bit of the bar, rinse it, and I just wear it around. No one sees me. No one knows, but it comes out. Yes, it is our own pot of gold. I love it. So when I'm cleaning my cloth, let's say I just went and cleaned up some cat vomit, okay? I just scooped it all up. I go and I shake it out. I turn on the hot water. I take the bar. I just go across the cloth like this. I agitate it together. And when I do, that's cleaning it. It's getting out all the stains. Rinse, fold it, wring it out, let it air dry. It is so fast. And here's a really cool thing about when you're shopping, when you're cleaning, you're not going to lose your cloth. You're not going to lose your cloth. If you're throwing this in your laundry room, I've had friends go, I know I have a cloth, I just don't know where it's at. Mine is either airing out to dry or it's sitting in a little basket waiting for me to use it again, okay? I always know where my cloth is. You can put the cloths in the washing machine. I don't want you to feel like that's something you can't do. But when you do, you always want to make sure you're putting them in a net. Very important. We recently, a couple of us leaders saw somebody use the cloth out in their shop, so it got covered in slivers of wood. Yeah, they're going to be picking that out through probably till next Super Bowl. So don't do that. If you put them in a netted bag, it's going to keep gunk from getting on there. And also, you don't want to put these in the dryer. So when you're switching the laundry, even my kids, they know, oh, this bag doesn't go in the dryer, okay? I love this size laundry bag because this is what I put my masks in too. I can put 2 in here at a time, and just if I need to throw a cloth in the washer, boom. You also want to avoid bleach. We'll talk more about this later, but it's not great, you guys. And fabric softener, because it coats microfibers and it makes them not effective. So you don't want to be using those on the microfibers. It also, we have a larger net too. So if you have more than one cloth, you want to just do that. But like I said, hang them to dry, they'll last a little bit longer. So as I mentioned, this bar is what I use for getting out all my stains. There's also a roll-on version. But, Heidi was talking about the laundry ball and our laundry soap. I love this. This is my favorite. Now I feel like, though, I'm going to throw you under again. You have to tell them why you feel like this ball is so amazing.
Okay. The laundry ball, it sounds like absolute craziness that you put this in the wash and negative ions are involved and it breaks up the water molecules. It mechanically makes the water work better to work through the fibers of your clothes and actually wash better. And it sounds ridiculous and until you try it. So she's going to talk about the soap here in a second, but that ball and 10 milliliters of soap got all of I was a big runner in the past and I could not get anything to get my running clothes to smell clean again. And that's the first thing I tested is, all right, all the running gear, it's going in the wash with this stupid ball and this soap so that I can prove that it doesn't work. And it was the first time my clothes came out smelling clean. And you have to give it a try. There's a 30-day money back guarantee on everything, but please take my word for it. You will not want to return it. The laundry balls amazing.
You know, it's funny. I have a customer who has ferrets. I don't know about you guys. They're adorable, but they have their fur and skin is very smelly. She said that she used to bleach everything, and it just was a struggle every time she had to do laundry. She uses the ball. It made all the stink go away. So I love this ball. It's great. It does have beads inside. Don't worry, you're not going to hear it going around in your washing machine. And after roughly a year and a half, 2 years, you're going to refill the beads. So do not toss this. It's refillable, which is really great because you don't have to get rid of this. So like she said, we do have laundry soap. We have two different, Liz, you can write your question in chat. We have two different laundry soaps. This is lavender and orange. And then we also have rosemary and, oh my gosh,
Lemon.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, no, that can't be right. I love both of them. They're both great. I just flip flop every single time. And what I love about our laundry soap is that it's organic essential oil fragranced. So it's not a lot of synthetic things in there. Also, it's not strong. Have you guys ever like been in the back of the room and someone came in and you can just smell that, which is fine, but you know, you just smell that detergent, the dryer sheet, all that stuff. You don't have that. This is more like your clothes have been hung on the line at grandma's house. They just smell lovely. And like she said, it's very concentrated. And I wish you guys could see this better. The artwork on here is gorgeous. This is all hand drawn by our founder's wife. It's just beautiful. So it looks great when it's sitting on the counter too. I recommend getting one of our pumps. The white one is like $3.50. Stainless is $6 or $7 or something. It wraps around the bottom like this. Don't cut it. And what's really cool is this pump is reusable. I've had the same pump for years. I have no idea, but it just helps you use less. Because like she said, let's say you're hearing her talk about the ball and you're like, I don't know. I'm just going to buy the soap. You're actually only going to use, look at this. This is like 50 cents, our little measuring cup. You're only going to use like really like 30 milliliters. Hardly any at all, okay? Straight up, hardly any. If you are using it with this ball, you're only gonna use, like she said, 10 milliliters, you guys. That's hardly any soap at all. So the first time, you know, your partner comes in and goes to do the laundry, they're gonna be like, glug, 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 glug. You don't want that. So if you add that pump on there, they're only gonna do this so many times and they get bored, okay? So this is gonna help you last longer. So instead of 100 loads, with the doing 10 milliliters, you're gonna get 32 if you're not doing with the ball. So it really is a great deal to do those together. We also have a product, like I mentioned, bleach, not my favorite. We have a product called Oxy-Pure. It replaces bleach. It's safer. It's amazing. We also have purifying powder that sanitizes your clothes, which is great if you know anybody in the medical field, and it helps whiten. But I'm not going to go into that. If you guys want to know more, host the next party, ask your advisor, and she can go into more detail about the laundry. But one important thing I do want to add with that Net-A-Pure bar, this is the free gift when you guys spend $100. So it's kind of cool to have one. And I suggest you have one at every sink, because if you go and you wipe down a window and all of a sudden you're like, where's that bar? It's at every sink. You know where it's at, okay? So love, 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 love that. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is kitchen. And what's really cool, you guys are really lucky for this month to be on here. Our dish soap is on sale. So there's two different fragrances, orange and marjoram and mint and exotic verbena. They're in the process of reformulating the fragrance with the orange. So I suggest go with the mint and verbena for now. This is wonderful. Plus it's the one that's on the sale. The sale is you buy one, you get the second one 30%. So that's a really great deal. What's really cool about this soap, same thing like laundry, it's very concentrated. It lasts a long time. You hardly need any. So this average family, 4 or 5 months. I think Jamie had posted like 9 months, something crazy. It depends if you have a dishwasher or not, obviously, but it's very concentrated. Once again, pick up the little inexpensive pump to reuse for that. Plus, this is beautiful. I was answering on, I think, Annette's party that somebody said about dry hands. I feel like it's just moisturizing. It's nice. I actually use it to wash my hands too. So this is a great dish soap. So the way we do dishes, it's a little different. They don't have all that crazy chemicals that you put inside Dawn Joy. I know everybody for a second, you guys are like, but Dawn helps the little animals that have oil on them. It is great. It's better to strip all that oil off of them than to leave it on. But that doesn't mean that Dawn is actually the safest thing that you should be using. So our soap is third-party certified, like Heidi had mentioned. It is safe for you to be using on your plates. I want something really safe. I don't want to be eating off of gunky stuff. So the way I do my dishes is a little different. So when I was growing up, we would fill the sink up with water, glug, 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 glug. go through tons of soap, right? Nowadays, if I need to, maybe a little water at the base, but now I am just grabbing my soap and I'm just grabbing one of my sponge tools. I will wet it. I just put a little pump on there, squeeze it to suds, and I can clean like 4 wine glasses. I can do 3 plates. And I'm actually using less soap and less water, which is really cool. And I'm not wasting all that other stuff. Plus, we all know when you soak dishes, it's gross when the chunky floats are going around. So we don't want to do that anymore, okay? So I really want to talk about our sponges. Have you guys ever seen that sign that said, I'm an adult? You can tell I'm an adult now. I got a new sponge and I'm excited. What's that saying? Right? We're very excited about new sponges because this is actually really cool. We have 3 different types of sponges you can get. The first one here is our Scrubette. So she actually has that heavy duty. And remember, 99.99% of bacteria comes off with the heavy duty. And this has pokies on this side. So this is really great for scrubbing, but it won't scratch anything. Okay. I love this nice little flat. You can fold it. Boom. That's pretty awesome. The second one, this is actually, special. I want to show you guys this. This is my sponge. Look at this. This is like 8 years old. So it's probably not the prettiest, but it's still working great. It's got that heavy duty on this side. I love this. It's got the sponge inside. The really, really cool thing, you guys, and you can ask your advisors about this, there's no stink. They actually don't stink. And there's a couple reasons for this. First of all, it's because sorry, I was like, oh, I have to mute that person. First of all, it's because it's high quality microfiber, okay? It dries really quick. Don't leave it in a pot of spaghetti. If it's covered in gunk, it will smell if it gets moldy, right? We don't want to do that. But also when you're using our dish soap, our laundry soap, you're not adding in all those extra fillers that you don't need. So 8-year-old sponge, doesn't smell. I love this thing. The third sponge I want to talk about is the scouring sponge. Okay, we all know, we've all seen the green Brillo sponge or whatever the heck you used to have. I've had this like 5 years. This is like, it's the most, this is like more exciting than getting a Starbucks coffee for that same price. Like it's $5, okay? I use this on your barbecue grill, your cast iron, anything that you don't really worry about damaging because it is really pokey. I love this, and I have a trick I'm going to share with you in just a second with that, but that's really cool, and you can buy all 3 of those sponges together in a bundle, which saves you a little bit of money. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, and you guys, you should put a little wave if you guys have these. You guys have one of the kitchen towels? Does anybody have these? Yeah, right, look at all those waves. So we have two kitchen, yep, see, Lacey, I should learn how to do the little hand wave on the box somewhere. We have 2 different types of kitchen towels. And now these are not cleaning. They're not pot holders, okay? If you have a chef in the kitchen, make sure they know not for pot holder, not for pot pans. There's 2 different ones. This one here, she is the essential. And if you notice the piping on there, she's really great. I love her. She's very basic. She comes in lots of colors. This is not the only one. A great towel. This one here, though, is the luxury. She's a little curvier, a little bigger, a little fancier. She's a couple bucks more, but they're both amazing towels. They actually will last for years. The ones in my drawer, I've had since I started 8.5 years ago. So they last a really long time. And if you guys haven't seen it, hop onto the Facebook group and look at the video of me absorbing water. You can absorb about 2 cups of water, wring this out, and it will continue to dry dishes even when it's wet. In fact, it works better when it's wet. Yes, right? I love this towel. Plus, they're gorgeous. They're pretty. They look great hanging up, and they complement if you like to get fun little towels too for the holidays. Love this. Oh, here's the best part. You only need like 2 of these towels. If you guys have that drawer full of old towels that you're, jamming in there and they have pictures of barns and cats and it's faded, donate those, recycle them, okay? You just need 2 of these. That's it. One's hanging up to dry, one you're using, okay? And I wash these. I throw mine in a netted bag and then I hang it to dry. That's how I take care of those. And like I said, 8 years and the colors are still gorgeous. Okay, so I had mentioned that I had a little surprise with that sponge, that little black sponge. It's using it with this clay. I don't know how many of you guys have had the clay. This was the first product I got that just wowed me. This is just amazing. It's literally clay, like they have mined it. I use this on shower doors, tubs, sinks. Gosh, you guys, if you have the clay, write in the comments what you used it for. Tennis shoes, barbecue, outdoor furniture, pretty much anything that you're not using those 3 cloths for, okay? I always tell people, I love this clay. It's clay. It doesn't taste that good, all right? But what I really love is that it's safe to use. It used to be when I was doing cleaning the bathroom, things like that, I would get massive headaches. I got out of doing it all the time because it just was really bad on my health. It clogged me up. When we started doing H2O At Home, it doesn't bother me. So I can be in the shower and go, oh, the shower door needs to be cleaned. And I will just do it real quick. And I don't have to worry about the fumes. I don't have to open a window. I don't have to tell the kids, no, don't come in here, I'm cleaning. That is ridiculous, you guys. Kids should be cleaning. You should be giving this to them so they're doing the cleaning. So when you get this, you actually take the sponge out. This comes with it. It's not packing material. There's a little piece of paper in here. You're going to peel it out. You dampen this, wring it out. If it's too wet, it makes the clay too soft, okay? You put just a tiny bit of clay right here, give it a squeeze and suds it up. Clean whatever the heck you're going to clean. And when you buy it in the kit, which you want to get because it comes with the multi-duty, the 99999 one, this comes with it and you save $7. And you just wipe off any of the residue and it is just flawless. It's just flawless. It gets off all the gunk. And if you guys look in the chat, you can see all these places everybody's using it for. So one of my favorites too is also the inside of the oven. That's where I use this. You want to be very gentle on the glass, obviously, but in the back, go to town. This is really great. Coffee pot, yeah. There's so many great things with this. So the 3 cloths, you're going to actually use the 3 cloths in the clay to clean pretty much your entire house. Okay, I love that. So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, that's great, but what about my carpet stains? What about my wall dinginess? Any of that kind of stuff? That's where you're gonna use the glove. This is actually my favorite, most used product that we have. And some of you might have seen on the group, I used it with the clay on shower doors and it just, the scum just came off like butter. Okay, it was pretty amazing. So this glove here, if you notice, it looks kind of like it's soft, but it's like a cat's tongue. You know, you think a cat's really nice and great, and then they lick you, and that just that funny feeling. So this is actually microfibers in an S-shaped pattern that they've chopped off so it feels pokey. You damp this with water, wring it out. I can clean door jam. Gosh, you guys, what do you guys clean with this? I use it on walls where dogs have maybe rubbed against their muddy selves against the wall. I'm from the country. That's a thing. I've used this around door jams. If you guys, whatever room you're in, or maybe next time you go into the restroom and you sit on your throne, look around on the cabinets, look around on the door. There's stuff there you don't really want to know much about, but you can get all that off with just this glove. Yeah, kids' fingerprints on walls. Like look up on your ceiling. There's something that's up there. You don't know what that is. You can get all that off. Banisters outside. Cleaning off your tennis shoes. I love it for boots. Amazing, just with water. If though you have a stain, so let's say a carpet stain, furniture stain, microfiber, right? We thought it was all going to be easy to clean and it's not. Take this, dampen, wring it out, put a little bit of the bar here, and you can get out stuff, pet stains, blood, Coke, wine, all that. Then I flip it over and I rinse it off. I love this. This is great. And everybody, you guys look at the comments. Everybody loves this glove. So that's one of my favorite tools. Now, if you're still sitting here going, cleaning's okay. I don't really like to clean. I know she said it's going to make it easier. I think you guys should all be pampered. So Heidi actually can tell you, we actually have other products besides cleaning stuff. Heidi, what have you got for me?
Okay. I feel like I'm in a news interview. I'm going to stand up so you can see this. Okay, so yeah, I wore my glasses on purpose so that I could do this and show you, because first step before I clean my face is cleaning my glasses. Hopefully you can see how smudgy that is. So not in the personal care line, but the eyeglass chiffonette. If you have glasses, you need this. If you have sunglasses, you need this. And now I'm going to get all of you, because if you have a phone, you need this. So it's awesome on all 3 of those, but I want to show you, you do use it dry. You don't need to spray water on your, or whatever cleaner spray on your glasses. You literally use it dry, wipe them off, and then you can see that side versus smudgy side. Super quick and easy, small so it fits in your glasses case, and it comes in a pack of 2. So you can share one with your husband, or you can just have 2 because you lose one like I do. So, okay, eyeglass chippy is first. And then personal care. So this is the pampering. Our facial care is absolutely amazing, and it is the simplest thing you will ever do. So it is just water and a cloth. There are you can get a facial care set that has 2 daily cleansing cloths in it, and as well as a mini bar of that Netapure that Elisa already mentioned, because that's going to be your best tool to clean them off. They come in 2 shapes and 2 colors. So the glove is my ultimate favorite right now, and this color is neon. It also comes in a cloth, which is this big, and this color is Lagoon. They are the exact same material. It's really a preference of color and shape. So I am going to actually show you taking off my makeup. So I got this wet already, and you literally just wipe off all your makeup. And this has been my cleansing routine since 2014. And I actually had a lot of adult acne and hormonal zones prior to switching to H2O At Home. And I honestly only tried the cloth because it was free that month, and I thought I'd give it a try. I was a real just stooge. But anyway, so there you go. All my makeup is off. Hopefully you can see that. And here's mascara on the cloth. It will take off waterproof mascara. That's your whole cleansing routine. We have a variety of other skincare items that are amazing. They really have transformed my skin. All my kids use them, but to go into detail on those, you really need a spa party, which are so much fun. So to just go through all of that line of products, but really quick before we move on, I want to show you how easy it is to clean. So mascara on the cloth. This is the size of the mini bar of Netapure, and it comes free in that set. And it literally rub that on where the makeup is, and you'll see it looks like the mascara is still there. Okay, this is the magic part. This is the enzyme bar at work. So as you rub that in, it starts to dissolve all of that makeup and it starts to disappear. This I would then take to the sink and just rinse it out with warm water. And both of them have a tag, but the tag is on the inside. I literally take this and just hang it on a hook in my bathroom and let it air dry for the next time I'm going to use it. You can put this in the washer. I honestly never do. Netapure does the entire job, and it's so quick and easy. I am lazy and I wait till both sides are dirty to wash it, but super simple face routine. If you have been trying Neutrogena wipes or any of the facial wipes, I want you to try this because it will make your routine so simple, and you just reuse it over and over again. And I know Lisa's been using the same one since she started, and I have the same one since I started too. So yeah, just real brief look at the personal care, but there's so much more to that, including a diffuser and essential oils, which all can come together in a spa party. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about shopping and maybe hosting your own party.
And I will tell you, I have fallen in love. The towels, the bath mats. I feel it's like feeling special. I don't get to go to the spa, the normal spa, so I might as well get to do that at home.
Personal care is half the catalog, but there's so much in there. We can't cover it all, but yeah, there's some amazing stuff in there. So at least flip through there as you're shopping.
And just do a spa party. It's way better to be able to hear everything into detail. So back to the cleaning stuff. I have a couple things I really want to still share with you. The Smart Tool line. Technically, the glove is part of the Smart Tools, but I had to share it early. But our next thing is actually our Broom Systems. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is one of those things saying I just don't know how I got by without this before. So we have a couple different tools in our broom line. This is the Ladybug. I will tell you, I mean, she's adorable, right? This replaces your lint roller. My family loves this. My son keeps one in his school backpack. My husband keeps one in the car. And the reason it's so special is these V-shaped bristles. See these on here? So it's not like we invented a broom, okay? Usually when you have rubber bristles, it goes across a surface and it just kind of glides across. These V shapes lift and pull, lift and pull. So you kind of want to hold them mountain ranges up. You guys see how that's a mountain range? And you do this to your clothing. I can get off pet hair. Have you ever had a guest come over and she gets up and their bottom's covered in pet hair and you're trying to like play it cool? you sneak her into the hallway, you do this real quick, okay? She'll thank you, all right? I love this. My husband, you know, with his beard, he gets a little beard drift right here. If you suffer from dandruff, whatever, this is a great little tool. And what's great is when it gets hair on it, I just pull it off, I rinse it. No more buying refills, no more. Okay, you guys, be honest. You know your refill has all somebody else's hair all wrapped around there. Can you leave that protective layer on there till you're ready to use it? No more. This is cute and adorable. We got it all over. Okay, so it also comes in a bigger size. I love this thing. Same thing, it's got those V-shaped bristles. I use this one for my stairs. I love this. I have a video. It's like we're making puppies with how much hair we could pick up that the vacuum missed. You can also use this for furniture. I have green velvet couches and a gray cat. It was on purpose because I knew I could get all that out. The back of your car, everything. So this is a great thing. If you guys were eyeballing that car kit we were sharing, this is a great detailing tool, okay? Love this. Also, we have two other brooms. One is called the Smart Kit and Smart Kit, right? But it's the same thing. It's got our dustpan, which is great. It's got the hand broom, and it comes about hip height, and it's great for just going around and getting little pieces of garbage. Your kids will love it. And then we have the exact same thing, but in a full-size version, which Heidi's going to just show it to you so you guys see it. But this broom is the best thing, you guys. I have a chocolate lab, hardwood floors. I have carpet. I can use this on the carpet and hardwood, and it is amazing. So it's one of my favorite things. What I really love is the handle is adjustable, so it's ergonomically correct. So your back is no longer hurting, and you can use it also outdoors, leaves, snow, everything. We won't make her run outside. You guys have snow, Heidi?
No, it is freezing. I am definitely not going outside, but there's no snow anyways, so. Sorry to disappoint. Okay, I'm gonna real quick show you the—
We've got snow.
Where are you at?
I'm in Vancouver, Washington.
And you have snow? Oh, I think I'd rather—
Yes,
this super
it's
cold
freezing
snow.
and snow. Yeah.
It's fitting. I think I'm going to get some tomorrow.
So the rubber bristle broom does come with this pole that will extend. So you just twist it, and here, this is kid height, okay? If you have kids, this is the height they need. And then you can just extend it to be the right ergonomic height for you so that you are not hurting your back as you're sweeping. You stay upright, and it's always going to be— I know you can't see the whole broom right now, but it's always going to be a pull broom, never push. Despite the fact that the broom head is square, it's not a push broom. It is always a pull broom, and it'll keep all the piles right in their little area so that you're not spreading. With traditional brooms, you end up spreading like the stuff, the piles fly everywhere. So just really brief on the broom, because, oh, don't forget, you can sweep doormats with it and rugs. So if you have pets and they lay on your doormats or even just get fur on them, I will go behind our vacuum. Not that it has a mind of its own, but I should give it a name based on what Elisa is giving everything a female attribute. So our vacuum will pick up most of the hair, but then I'll go behind with the rubber bristle broom, and it will still pull out so much hair. And Mandy is on here. I know she was just showing this to some of her customers at how much hair it will pull out of a doormat. We're not going to demo that tonight, but we'll talk more about it tomorrow. And I have a good video I can show you of that in action. So what I do really want to show you in action though is the Easy Spray Mop. So this is actually on sale this month. So you can save a little bit of money buying it this month, but a much better deal of getting this mop, because after I show you, you will want a mop. Much better deal is actually hosting your own party, because you can get it for half price or 75% off. So that is by far the way to go, but it is part of our sale items this month. So the Easy Spray Mop, this is your new bucket. This pole right here, it is a chamber that holds enough water to mop 1,500 square feet without refilling. And you can just keep it in the closet. And then at the bottom of the mop, I'm going to take the head off to show you, is this aluminum plate. So if you look at this aluminum plate, there's a little track right here. And there is what looks like an open puzzle piece on this end and the other part of the puzzle piece here. What that means is you can actually move this over to one end and lock it in place, giving you about 7/8 of this entire mop plate that you can get underneath your fridge, underneath your furniture without having to move them. So I don't know how often you clean under your stove or refrigerator, but usually it's not very often. So you can at least sneak under there and get most of that, the dust bunnies out of there. Now, when you are using the mop, you get, and anytime you get a mop, you get to choose what mop head you get with it. There's a whole variety of them. Right now, my favorites are the polisher. That's for more shiny floors. A lot of LVP ends up being kind of shiny. That's what we have. So the polisher mop head is awesome for that. And the one I'm going to show you is called the continuous mop head. And I show this for two reasons. One, it is white and it's going to show you exactly how dirty my floor is. But number two is this is certified. Remember those certifications I told you about? It's certified to sanitize your floor, picking up 99.999% of bacteria. Just like with the cloths, our cloths and mop heads have been tested in a lab, a third-party lab, so totally not associated with our company, to actually prove that they're picking up all of that bacteria. So this is actually used in hospitals in France. And like I said, it's white, so it's going to show you how dirty my floor is. So hopefully, I'll try to talk loud so you can still hear me. But when you're going to mop, you're going to put the mop head down on the floor, because remember, we're interested in taking care of your back. So put that down on the floor and tell me if I'm not in camera, because now I'm really far from the phone. Then you're going to put your mop plate down on top of it and kick the little extras over onto the Velcro tabs on top. Now, this red handle right here, you're going to pull up on this and water's going to spray out onto the floor. And it will probably be hard to see the water on my floor just because I'm kind of far away. I'm going to tilt you down just a little bit, so hopefully you can see it a little better. But I'm going to pull up on this red handle, and same with the claws. You're going to go in an S pattern side to side. You're going to move your hips side to side, never your waist back and forth. That is going to be so hard on your back. So back and forth in that S pattern, you're going to mop yourself out of the room. And Alisa, I really want you to notice that I did not wear socks. Last time I mopped on video, I was wearing socks and it was horrifying to her, but I would mop the floor in socks. So just for you, I took off my socks. Okay.
So do you do it with your bare feet when you take off the mop head?
Do I do what? When I remove the mop head?
I always use my bare feet to take off the mop head. So that's why I was like, why are you wearing socks? You have to step on it.
Oh, no.
and so I love this. And someone was asking about the continuous mop head being good for all floors.
Yes. So the continuous mop head is great for all floors, but here's what I will tell you. If you have, our other mop heads are also tested. So it's 99.9% for the polisher and the continuous, and 99.99 for, I'm sorry, polisher and worker, and then 99.99 for the continuous. So you're still removing a ton of bacteria with the other mop heads. But if you think about having tile, those grout lines, they're going to have those dips. So the worker or the polisher help get in those grooves and pull out more of the dirt. But this one is great for sanitizing over the top, and a great just general purpose use for a lot of floor types. So yes. Okay, what I do want to show you is how dirty my floor is. That's the exciting part. So you can see where I didn't sweep. And so the gray lines will pick up particles that you missed, and then the white will polish behind. And the best part is, I guess I'm not standing on it to do it this way. You don't have to hold the mop up in the air. You can peel it off with your feet. But when you are done mopping, you will peel this off and you will put it in the wash, just like your cloths, and use it over and over and over again. So 50 washes with each continuous mop head you get, and it's 500 washes with the mop heads that have a little bit thicker pile to them. So ton of cleaning power, and you don't have to carry around a bucket anymore. So your floors are clean. It is the most expensive item in our catalog. So if this is something you want, you should host a party. It's exactly why I hosted a party. I was like, I've got to have that mop. And then I started a business. So you might accidentally do that too. So
accidentally. Hey, I do have a question, because with the broom, I've had people, right? They're tough in the broom. They've had it. What happens if you've had your broom less than 2 years?
Oh, great question. So all of our products have a 2-year warranty. That goes for every single thing. So if you have an issue with your broom, if you have an issue with your mop, contact your advisor and they will get it fixed for you. Yeah, your laundry net, if the zipper breaks, anything, your advisor can take care of that for you. Because it's all under warranty, which is amazing, 2 full years. And your products will last well beyond that.
I love that so much. And she's right. It is the most expensive item in the catalog. I know for me, when I first started, remember I told you guys I was broke? There was no way that I was going to be able to buy that. So if you're sitting here going, how the heck do I get that at a discount? You guys, seriously, just host your own party. What we're doing today, if you guys had been in the group page and now you're on the Zoom, this is literally how we're pretty much doing parties. Depending on your area, some people are able to do that in person. So talk to your advisor. But it's tons of fun in person because you'll probably actually get them to go and clean your sink, which that's always the most awesome thing. But this has been fun. Like, we've gotten to see all the before and after pictures. We've gotten to jump on the Zoom. You got to see it in person. And really, that mop is so amazing, but it's much more amazing to get it for free, right? Obviously, too, we can't go over everything. Our catalog, it's something crazy, like 114 pages. There's a lot of pages. So we can't go over all of it today. I didn't even go over our dish mat, our dish brush. I mean, there's just tons of stuff. My hostess says it depends, obviously, but $100 to $300 in freebies, you guys. So it's really cool. Plus, have you guys ever went somewhere and you find out there's this amazing store and you go and tell your friend and they're like, oh yeah, I went there last week. Aren't you just a little offended, like they did not tell you about this store last week? It's an amazing store. So same thing, your friends are going to want to know about this stuff too. You're going to help them save money. And plus it's really good for the planet, which is really good. Good for planet, good for pocketbook. There is still time. If you're thinking, yeah, I want this stuff now, you can still host a party. Obviously, your advisor is taking orders today, but this weekend, but you guys, there's still plenty of month to host a party. Next month, it's a secret, but there's some spa products on special. So maybe if you're like, oh, maybe I'll have a cleaning party this month and the end of next month, I'll have a spa party. You can actually get a half price item at your own party just for booking off yourself. That's like a really cool thing to know. So this has been really fun. I'm really glad you guys have gotten on here. We have some little bit more information, so don't get off yet. But I did want to tell you something really special. Heidi and I actually have a free gift for you if you decide this week that you are going to host a party with your advisor. So shoot her a message. Be like, these girls, they promised me something. I get something if I do a party. You will get all of your freebies. You'll get to have fun seeing your friends' faces, which is so much better, and a free gift from us. If you're sitting here thinking though, okay, that was really great. Like maybe I did. Remember I said, no, I'm not hosting a party. I'm going to do this. Heidi has some really great information about becoming an advisor.
Yeah, like I said, I ended up in this sort of by accident. This was not something I was looking for. And honestly, every time I go to a party, I feel like I am not doing my job if I don't offer you a job, because it was not something I was looking for. And I'm sure you didn't come to this Zoom tonight, or if you're watching the recording, you didn't start watching this to say, I think I might want to try this. But if the products are something you love, if you have friends and family that love natural, if you have friends and family that want to save money, we have all types of advisors on our team, and our team is really growing quickly. We have advisors that are sharing this with friends and family, doing one party a month. We have advisors that are doing a couple of parties a month and starting to grow their business. And we have advisors that are doing 4 to 8 parties a month and building their team. So really there are multiple levels that can fit into what works with your family. And that's what I have loved about this. When I started, my kids were all really little. I had 2 that weren't even in school yet. Life was busy and hectic, and I worked it in where I could. And that's what your advisor, your upline would work with you on, is making it fit into your life, because it's not something to take your life over, but it could give you extra income. It could give you a date night. It could give you, a reason to connect with other women. So there's tons of different personalities and reasons that people are in this business. But if this is something that you might be interested in, we have some info that we can email you. There's no signing on the dotted line and you've signed your life away. It is something to check out. And we actually have a business opportunity call that's led by corporate, that we have one coming up next week. that we can share info with you on, and you can just listen in. You don't, just listen in, put yourself on mute, hear a little bit more about the company and see if it's something that might fit for you.
I love the whole concept of just try it for like 60 days, because has anybody ever said to you, hey, why don't you come work here? We're going to do full training. We're going to like give you all the information. And if you don't like it, you don't have to do it after 60 days. You guys can do that. So it's kind of cool to just try it on and just have a little bit of fun. So I really appreciate you guys getting on. I know it was a lot of info. Like I said, we'll be doing the recording later, but I wanted to just open up for questions real quick. And don't worry, you can go back to the recording and ask some later if you... Did anybody have any other questions? You guys can write them in the chat if you don't want to. Bar or roll-on, great question. So I prefer the bar. What's great about the bar is I can put it, remember I told you I like to put it directly on my clothing and wear it around the house. You can let it set for a couple hours, forget about it, wash it next week. The roll-on, because of how strong it is, it's actually the best thing for getting out blood and protein stains, but it's not recommended to leave it on a surface. So I also would not use it on my carpet or furniture, things like that. So it's like a roll-on is great for clothing that you're gonna take out the stain and wash. Bar is great for everything else on the planet. What other questions?
So we're going to have, I started typing this, but I'm just to answer it out loud, Michelle. So she was asking about prices. So we're going to have shopping links here posted as soon as we get the recording up. If you want to shop the catalog, just start looking around right away after we get off of here. Just shoot a quick message to your advisor and they'll get a link for you to their site so that you can start looking through the catalog, because it is big, but it's kind of fun to look through. And I will tell you, if you go to your advisor's website and click on view catalog, it's kind of nice because then you can view it just like the book. That flipping pages is kind of nice rather than just like a grid of products where you don't know where to look. This organizes it into home care, essential oils in the middle, and then personal care in the back. So you can kind of get a good look of everything that's available. What else?
Any other questions? Oh, Annette, I'm sorry. You can type your, or you can talk, unmute yourself. Mandy says she keeps the roll-on by her laundry next to the washer and dryer, bars by the sink. That's
yes.
Exactly how I have mine too. Yeah. Annette, you figured out the unmute.
Okay, I unmuted, but it's still not letting you see my face. So
yeah, I can still hear you. What's your question?
Okay, I didn't really have a question, but I saw that Lisa asked something about the Net-A-Pure bars, and I wasn't sure what her question was, the Net-A-Pure products. But I just wanted to say I just started learning about this stuff, and I got that kit that you started with, the variety kit and the Net-A-Pure bar, and love it. And I dusted with that orange waffle cloth thing. And did like 3 rooms with it. And normally, you know, the microfiber cloths I've used before push the dust around and don't really do a good job. And this, like, it was like, I didn't need the end dust or anything. It was just awesome. So I was really super impressed. So I just wanted to say that.
I am so thrilled. And Annette is one of our hostesses too. And I'm sure you got a great big wish list going. It's so cool because the products last so long. The quality is so high. You will feel, like I said, you're going to need extra sets. So it is kind of great that you can buy one of our collections. In the center of the catalog, around page 60, there are 2 sets. There's like a starter set and there's a premium set. My recommendation between us friends is don't get the beginner set, you guys. Main reason is because it comes with a clay, but the clay is like this big. And this has a sponge inside, so it's actually even smaller. It's got a sponge in here. So it's not very big. So you're gonna look at it and go, oh, that's cool. It's like enough to do your bathtub once. The bigger set is a much better deal. You know what we didn't really talk about was the length of the other products. So when you're shopping, like the clay, people buy 1 or 2 a year. I told you millions of times I've had all my cloths for like 8 years, but you're gonna have this for a really long time. It's not worth it. You're gonna have to order again. So get the premium set. And you guys don't forget, when you spend $100, what are we getting this month? You guys are getting the bar, and you're gonna want one at every single sink. So look for those, the sets. And then when you're putting your order in, if you're close to 100, this is really worth it. It's a $14 value, and it lasts for months. You're going to have this for a really long time. Any other questions? Prices? Yep, we'll be sharing all that with the hostesses, or message your advisor and she can give you a little sneak peek. Any other questions? Okay, you guys, you are amazing. We appreciate you. Like I said, the best thing is start. If you were going to start, like she said, one of the sets, the 3 sets of cloths, a Net-A-Pure bar to wash them in, the clay, maybe the black sponge. That's a good kind of like starter set, facial cloth. Okay. And then host your own party. That way you guys can get that broom. You can get all that other stuff at a discount. Don't forget to snag the dish soaps because they're on sale. You're going to want to pump. That's a really good one too. Okay, you guys. All right. I appreciate you.
I have one more question. I've already had several of the people from my party texting me on my phone asking me about how to get a catalog and or how to place their orders. So
I will message you after because we can get that. That's all going up on the wall in just a little bit. You guys are going to get to see all this. Okay, nobody hang up quite yet. So if you guys are watching this recording, ask questions below. We're actually going to have more information about that premium set that I was talking about. I'm going to have another certificate with our certification so you guys can look at that and look it up more info if you want. And so we're going to have more of that in the comments. So just kind of wait. I got to upload it and then I'll post all that with the link. So that'll be coming up soon, you guys. If you go to bed tonight, don't worry. It'll be there in the morning. We're actually closing this party on Saturday. Okay, we're closed on Saturday because Sunday is Valentine's Day. And even if you are just loving on yourself, you don't want to have to worry about putting an order in. Okay, so by Saturday night. All right, you guys, thank you.